What is changing in 2021 in terms of product distribution? The three most important things. First off, this is Mike Dragon from netonomy.net, and I'm bringing you news on the future of e-commerce logistics, and what's happening in the digital retail space. Let's just start by asking ourselves a simple question. Why is product distribution so important? Well, because it's a big chunk of the cost of shipping a physical product. How so? Well, a very important part of retail is pricing. The most important part of pricing is the cost. To get a complete view of how much a product would cost, retailers think in terms of net landed cost. So let's just think a little bit on this concept called net landed cost. The net landed cost is the sum of costs associated with manufacturing and distribution. When thinking in terms of net landed cost, you have a better chance of understanding your total cost. So, the net landed cost is a function of costs, which include the product manufacturing and product distribution. A common fallacy is thinking of costs just in terms of manufacturing, either from a purchase only point of view, how much you pay your supplier for a given product, or a more inclusive manufacturing point of view. The manufacturing point of view assumes that even if you're not manufacturing the product yourself, you still have the liberty to choose another supplier or change merchandising altogether. The most important advancements in retail in terms of supply and cost effectiveness have focused largely on manufacturing cost in the past decades. This has led to increasingly efficient production lines, a more competitive manufacturing market, shifting manufacturing overseas, and many others. This manufacturing improvement trend has had beneficial results on the customer's life through more accessible, more diversified merchandise. It also meant companies managed to sell more to more people. Companies such as Walmart have grown through their existing magnitude thanks to a wide network of suppliers, providing them with products manufactured at the best possible cost. Product distribution lagged behind for a long time, and now the explosion of e-commerce is changing this. Lots of retailers improved their ties to manufacturing, but there was one part that has been left mostly untouched. That was the product distribution. Distribution costs have decreased but not dropped. To get a better view of why, get a glimpse of what are the factors that weigh in the distribution cost basket. So basically, which are the factors that make up for the distribution cost. Here you have costs associated with getting a product from the manufacturer to the consumer. This includes freight, stocking, customs, costs associated with store development and maintenance, marketing costs, customer support, and many others. This is a very large area and a lot of work to be done, and it happens on a very wide area globally and in many unoptimized industries. Product distribution and delivery is changed by technology, data, and omnichannel retailing. Today, distribution is changing, and is changing fast. As a result, the associated costs will follow. At the forefront of this change, we have several factors, one of which is omnichannel retail. Omnichannel means working with product delivery across all channels. The other two key game changers are technology and data. This is how they weigh in, and these are the areas that will be soon transformed. Merchandise distribution is improving logistics. Logistics have not been fully transformed by technology. For example, freight has been virtually unchanged for the past decades. Think about this in the following way. Cargo ships are still loaded after Excel files are checked, faxes are sent, and handshakes seal deals. For a large part, the industry is archaic, and it's but a question of time until it will be transformed. There's a lot of room for disruption. Companies such as Freightos have challenged the status quo and promised 10 to 17 times return on investment in weeks. And it's not just Freud. Fleets of small vans contractors have taken up the Uber model and are now roaming the streets of cities such as Hong Kong to deliver goods the likes of DHL and the UPS can at a good cost. Working with shipping hubs and local stores decreases product distribution costs. Working with a combination of warehouses and local distribution centers, such as local stores, makes possible and desirable a few things that previous retail models couldn't. First of all, it allows for a better inventory transparency and improved shipping effectiveness. In the past, customers would otherwise expect orders placed online to be shipped at home with larger costs and delayed shipping. Now they can just pick up orders in store, and the 2020 COVID-19 outbreak accelerated this trend. What's even more, they can have the closest store ship their products at home instead of mixing the order in a large central warehouse. Omnichannel retail means selling online, in-store, and distributing products from multiple hubs in a way that makes it cheaper, faster, and more reliable. It also makes possible having just a limited number of products in store and keep the most, either in a warehouse to be shipped when convenient or with a supplier. By reducing store footprint, companies can reduce fixed costs associated with marketing and distribution of products, and therefore decreasing costs. Better product distribution is achieved by having better data, which also improves marketing and advertising. John Wanamaker was a retail innovator. He's credited with the fixed price and money-back guarantee marketing concepts. Wanamaker was one of the pioneers of the department store and loved advertising. He's also credited with the famous saying, "Half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half." But good things have happened in the past century. Marketing is now changing rapidly, and unfortunately, for some advertising agencies, specifically the ones that are more engaged with traditional advertising, the days where Madison Avenue advertising concepts ruled the world of retail are now gone. With the rise of digital commerce and omnichannel retail and the smartphone to bridge the gaps, data is all around. Marketing is now data-driven, and the half of budget Wanamaker complained about can now be easily tracked. Advertising is now data-driven, and marketing costs are constantly improving. By improving distribution and decreasing distribution costs, we have two very important things happening. The first is that companies engaged in improving this area will be more profitable and more inclined to continue on this path. The second thing is that lower distribution costs mean better prices for the consumers, therefore an improved appetite for consumption. Improved profitability and decreased prices, well, these are two very strong forces that will shape tomorrow's retail. And it's happening today.